Alright, like this hand. Did I mean include Dermatax in every deck? That is what I meant, yeah. That is what I meant. Yeah, Cube might be going down. I think it goes down tomorrow. They usually take it down on Wednesdays. Yeah, entry's in on the 26th. Which is, I guess, 2 days. Been trying Anvil matchup came against Creature a lot. Any way to beat Sarah's Emissary? The Cityscape Leveler beat Emissary? Probably not, right? Yeah, I don't think it does. Yeah, I mean, one thing too about creativity too is like not every opponent will have Emissary. Like I've never run into it. I'm trying to think. I don't think it does. The answers I've found are artifacts. Like I mean, like I don't think Leveler target. Yeah, Leveler can't target Emissary if they name artifact. I'm just trying to think if there is any like Karn target that deals with it, right? You could get like a Metamorph and copy it because like creativity has a hard time beating Emissary naming creatures. That could be just the best strat. Ooh, turn 3 Greasefang. I played 3 Emissary in sideboard. Okay, maybe a bad time for Anviltron. Perilous Vault, yeah. I don't know. If your opponent wants to beat you so badly that they're playing Sarah's Emissary, this is maybe just an L to take. You know what I mean? Dude, I cannot remember the last time I played against a Titan opponent. I mean, you're not supposed to bounce Saga here, probably, but I can't remember the last time I played against a Saga, a Titan player who kept like a dopey hand like this. Portal to Phyrexia versus Emissary. Oh, that's a good suggestion. I think that's the best suggestion we have at the moment. I would, again, at least on Magic Online, I haven't seen too many emissaries lately. I think that if you are seeing a lot of emissaries, that is a good option, but I'm probably not going to add it on Magic Online at the moment. I like that Spellskite can beat Beseiju. Needle for Beseiju also seems like kind of good. Giver seems not good. Could play 1. Could play a Chalice on 0 over a Giver. That's probably okay. I think I like Portal to Phyrexia more than Oblivion Stone. I think it'll be like a better tutor target more often. Like Oblivion Stone blowing up your own stuff is kind of less than ideal. I haven't played Bant Soldier much lately. Nasif is playing a Bant Wall of Omens deck that's been winning, so it's hard to imagine that version would be too bad either. Yeah, Spellskite kind of nice against the Hasting Titans. I've been really liking Spellskite lately. This card has really been good for me. I think that we should maybe have access to it in Anviltron, but I just don't know exactly what numbers and where. It's also kind of slow on the draw against Titan. I think we can probably keep this on 6 though. Could you list I got second? I was running 2 Giant Planeswalker in the sideboard. Yeah, against that kind of stuff, it's just hard to really predict too much. I'm gonna name Expedition Map, maybe. I think on the draw with kind of a slow hand like this, just keeping a really taking a high upset line like this is fine. Yeah, the boat is mostly for Karn the Great Creator decks. I'm not even sure that we should have it. Yeah, the Spellskite Renaissance used to be big modern staple back when Twin was really popular, but I just feel like over the last several years, people have outgrown Twin as a deck. They just don't play it anymore. Just like you have Murktide instead, I guess. Yeah, also good, really good against Infect. Does Infect have its place in Modern? So the thing about Infect is that you could play it, you could win with it, if you wanted to. But there just honestly isn't a particularly good reason to play Infect over Hammer Time. Where, like, Infect has, like, Hammer Time with Blacksmith Skill, Giver of Runes, Esper Sentinel has, like, the best protection, better protection than Infect has. It has better threats, and it has a better, like, pump spell plan, too. And it has Urza Saga as, like, a really, really meaningful plan B. And there, like, beyond that, there just, like, really isn't, there really just isn't, like, much going on for Infect that gives it an advantage over playing Hammer Time. So I think this is, like, a somewhat common way that archetypes evolve. But, like, like this style of strategy, at least, is, like, very heavily represented in Modern, and I mostly just recommend that you take the time to pick it up and play it if you like that strategy. Is the new Spoiled Phyrexian card better than Giver? I think no, but I do think that that card has pretty big Pioneer implications. I know Jesse wrote an article on it recently. -2 Sphere for 2 Spellskite? Yeah, maybe. The number of green sources is kind of a concern, but you only have 4 green cards in the deck. I would be kind of interested. I was trying to find an Alpine Moon. Engineer's not very good against the Relic. We could play it out and try to, like, make them pop it, but I feel like if we find Alpine Moon, we just have a chance to win. Engineer anyways. Feels like old effect is closer to current prowess. Yeah, I mean, current prowess is also really good. Prowess, I think, Prowess has been starting to see more play, which is exciting. I think the deck is amazing. I've been so impressed by it. You know, it is, like, definitely on the back of Breach being a really busted card, but it's a very good card in the archetype, and I know that for a long time players were really lamenting the fact that Prowess was not well positioned, but it feels good that. Well, one really interesting thing to me about Prowess 2 is that, like, players have been lamenting that Prowess has been poorly positioned for, like, a year or something before these builds got really hammered out. And I even, like, had, like, almost the exact same Prowess deck, like, streamed a few times before like it started to pick up in popularity, and I was, you know, but, like, the deck has just existed the whole time. The deck has just existed the whole time. And, like, Modern just always feels to be, like, a much more open format than people make it out to be. Clyde, through the 1 year. Happy anniversary, buddy. Hope to see you soon. I'll come out to Cube one of these days. Prowess is like Amulet then. Maybe. The thing, maybe. Where, if you mean in the sense that, like, Amulet Titan players are always going, like, oh no, my deck is so unplayable, but it's, like, really just very good, then yeah, kinda. Oof. Why did Breach take so long to break? There was, like, 3 years ago. I mean, I'm kind of giving away the sauce a little bit, but there's not that many people brewing in Modern. There's a lot, but there's, like, not as many for, like the supply overwhelms the demand, and to some extent, which is why I'm able to do what I do, because there's just people just aren't working that hard on it, which is fine. I'm glad. I like to do what I do. But that's kind of it, to be honest. And even when I find stuff, like, I've had, like, the Prowess list that's been popular now, like, I've had, like, almost exactly the list. Like, I was playing Sprite Dragons then, and then, like, when Iconoclast got printed, Andrea started to popularize it. But, like, people are back on Dragons anyways. And, like, it's just basically the same list with maybe, like, a little bit of different sideboard tech. Just so funny. I guess another thing too. Is like the Yorion matchup was pretty bad. You could win, but it was that was definitely a negative thing for the metagame. I guess I'm double blocking. No, I mean I'm not saying I invented the prowess archetype. I'm just saying I had like the list hammered out like months before it became popular. Which is not me trying to brag, but which is me saying that like even when like you can bring a horse to water, you can't make it drink. That's what my mama always used to tell me when I was growing up on my Texas ranch that every Texan has. You can show your Twitch chat that like a deck is good, but you just can't make it popular. Okay, so we can go activate Unearth on Phyrexian Dragon Engine. And if they pop the relic, we can engineer. I would imagine Bancoco's not too poorly positioned, but I just haven't been playing it. Cool. So we're only attacking with this. Is Rekka dead archetype? I don't know. I mean, I felt like it was really underplayed back when 4-color was a deck. It like farmed the 4-color matchup and like was pretty reasonable against everything else. But since then, 4-color's been banned, or Yorion was banned, and 4-color's pretty dead. And they've printed Beseiju and Haywire Might and Leyline Binding, which are all like pretty nasty cards against Reclamation. So I wouldn't call it dead, but I would say that it needs some help. Which deck do you feel falls into Umbrella and Voltron, that kind of deck? Maybe a little bit, but like to be honest, like people seem to like really be picking up Anviltron. It just kind of depends, but like you know, there's a few decks like that. And also, like, you know, I say this kind of stuff, but you know, people do play the decks I play sometimes. Spellskite seems kind of nice here. I wonder if there's just any world where my opponent ever ever pops this relic. What a weird game this has been. I will say, like, I remember at the CFB Vegas 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, I was grinding the Red Black Rock list really hard, and it's what I played at the tournament too with Luris, and like there was a ton of people just playing the Red Black Rock deck with Luris, and maybe we could attack with the Mutt. Maybe we could attack with Mutt next turn. There's a ton of people playing the deck, and it also won the tournament too, which was really exciting. I didn't win the tournament with it, but it was someone won it with the list, which I was really happy with. What do you play in Prowess instead of Breach? Max out more. I play 4 Breach. You have to play 4 Breach in Prowess. Are you just saying like if you don't have the breaches? I guess yeah, you would max out a Manamorphose and Light at the stage at that point. But like right now, I'm pretty anti Light at the stage if you're playing Breach. Okay, maybe we're going to game 3 here. Oh, or they are they're going to be transmuting T-West. Which, yeah, they have plenty of mana for Titan. Let's go ahead and go to game 3 on the play for game 3. Yeah, I'm just a Tron player now. Ooh, was my life total even? If my life total was even, I could have conceded with Spellskite there. Mulligan. Don't hate this. Loran's pretty good on the play. Yeah, Tron is a hero deck. But actually, Tron has always been a hero deck. Hopefully we can caster Loran. I'm gonna cast my Mutt. I was trying to innovate on burn. Oh fuck. Close one. I was playing a decent amount of burn when like Luris was legal and like just no burn player was playing Luris. And I also thought like Channeler was really good in burn then. I think it's still good in burn. I don't know if it's optimal. But then I learned like the burn like players are the most like stubborn group of Magic players that exist, and you just like can't break through to them. Like they just like it was like so like there were obviously some burn players that played Luris, but by far the prevailing opinion was that Luris was suboptimal in burn, unnecessary. And it's still just something that staggers me to this day. Right, wish we had the land in our hand already. It's okay. Lucy! Hello, Lucy. Lucy usually wakes up with me, but she slept in today. So they can't hardcast Endurance, which is interesting here. Okay, let me attack with the mod. GLHF Games, thank you, Twitch Prime, appreciate you. Oh, you know what? Sorry, this was incorrect. This was incorrect, because I should have gone Engineer for Dragon Engine, and then Unearth Dragon Engine. If I found a Greasefang, I could have vialed it in. But I'm going to Unearth the Engine here. And then I think in response to the trigger, if they don't have Endurance, I'll get to Loran, and if not, I have Upkeep Seasoned Pyromancer for next turn. And the double striker with destroying the amulet gives me like a good amount of pressure. We have 4, 6, 7, 6, 8, 9 damage. So 2 Tune Clock with them having no amulet and 3 fresh cards. Losing the Spyro is not, you know, amazing, but okay, I would have found the Greasefang too, so that's okay. It's okay. More stubborn than blue-white? No, blue-white players are the least stubborn Magic players. To their credit, blue-white players are the least stubborn. They literally just will do anything that Waffo says. Which is, you know, not a bad take to have. Okay, don't love that for us. They tapped they seem like a little bit inexperienced here. Yeah, Gab too. I'm being a little bit, you know, hyperbolic, but like blue-white players really do just love to like just play whatever like the last list is, like the 5-0 list. Just try it. Oh, they're just dead. I think they're just dead. Yeah, I seem a little inexperienced. Okay, turn 3 Greasefang, and then we can also play a Spellskite first if we need to fear removal. Don't check my YouTube that often. Nope. I mean, that's also why I like Gloom, because I can just focus on making the content and making the magic happen, and Gloom does the, you know, that kind of stuff. Old to 4. If I've ever responded to you on YouTube, it's almost always been Gloom. I've logged in to respond to like maybe 2 comments on YouTube. But I respond on stream all the time, so who can say that Spike doesn't love his fans, huh? Okay, my opponent just mulled to 3 and then conceded. So I think I'm gonna bring in Alpine Moon, thinking that they're on Tron. Maybe Anvil Tron. No, Judge can't play Gigantha. They need Oxybagonus. Okay, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Okay, I'm back with a Hand of Magic cards. I'm going to keep. Simone, 2 months, thank you. Maybe they're not Tron. Oh, wow. Doesn't look like it. It's still fine against whatever this is. We do have some Alpine Moons in the deck, but worst case scenario, we can just loot those away, huh? Am I going to play Tron Anvil? I mean, I've played a lot of it at this point. In fact, I've played a lot more of it than I have most other decks I've been working on lately. I will definitely play it again. I don't know if I'm going to play it this week, though. Because there's just like a lot of irons in the fire. I've also been wanting to play this. This has kind of been like the backup deck all week, but I really want to get to this at some point. Well, there. Just like updated recommission elementals. I think this looks like a lot cleaner than what we had before. It was a deck I was liking a lot in the past. I think recommission is great in the shell. And I'm excited to get to that at some point this week. Alright, probably just discarding the cliffs here. Sorry, crypt here. All week, it's only Tuesday? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it is only Tuesday, huh? Dude, Spellskite is great. Spellskite's been so good lately. Although the title of this deck is like left over from a year ago. Yeah, cool to see the 8 Blast deck picking up in popularity. Scrapwork Mutt holding down the fort, though. Completely holding down the fort. There's a good chance I'm discarding Greasefang here. Because I have the access to the Unearth. I want my token also. So now I'd love for them to block the Mutt so that I can use it to loot away Parhelion. Thought they might have blocked with the Epicer there. A Blast was fun to play. Yeah, I like the deck a lot, Doom. I figured it'd be kind of up your alley. Am I gonna play a Binding Grace Spore Frog? There's a white Spore Frog that is probably better. Ah, fuck, main deck Pithing Needle. Oh, sorry, this is game 2. I forgot this is game 2 because they conceded so quickly. Well, that's a little unlucky. I don't know if they like looked at the title of the stream or they saw my tweet or something. Although a modern player might not know the name of Parhelion, to be fair. What creature? Is this? I think this is like the first Phyrexian Obliterator, the 3-mana one. Yeah, Negator. Awesome Goonie. Yeah, I like that deck's such a classic. Put a name of the mega vehicle, Parhelion II. Smuggler's Copter. Asika's Chariot. Guess Sentinel doesn't really do anything for me. I'm sitting with everything, though. What did I say to Urza's Battlethopter and Anviltron? I'd say I have no idea what that card does. I think this deck's got a lot of potential, Chewy. So, like, I really think that the engine of, like, Unearth, Engineer, Dragon Engine, Aether Vial, Scrapwork Mutt. This is an engine I like a lot. This is an engine I like a lot, so I'm happy to be playing it here today. And I think that we've got something going here. They put Pirate Spellbomb into the yard. This is the start of something new. Feels so right to be here with you, Greasefang. And now looking at your rat ears, I feel in my heart the start of something new. I didn't know what could happen till it happened to me. Giganta into the hand. Just really singing from the heart here. Alright, unearth the engine. But like the 1-man unearth, not 5-man unearth. Okay, so we can go Spellskite, which is actually really good here. Into Engineer, put another Mutt in the yard. Slabcaster, 60 months, thank you. Yeah, Needle does stop Parhelion because the crew is an activated ability. Yeah, I actually have it. I've been working on a Binding Grace draft for a long time, and I don't know that it'll ever make the stream. I also don't know that this is called a, yeah, I called it a Binding G. Very rough draft. So like, I'm kind of interested in like, you know, you have Ranger Captain and Ranger of Aos to tutor up, Kami for your loop, and you have Combat Courier to draw cards, and Haywire Might for disenchants, and Sentinel to be good. And then you have some other options. You have other options. Maybe a Chandral Corliss could combo with something. Maybe like if there's ever a pay life, especially on a 1-mana creature. Don't nobody say Hex Parasite. Okay, Spellskite can move one of the copies over to my. Oh wow. Never mind. I didn't realize they're just jamming well. So I can pay 6 life to save my engine. I'll just unearth the engine next turn. Please tell me it's a Mary deck. I mean, right now it's not an anything deck, right? But one day it might be. So the last card is Gigantha. Am I trading Engineer for Ragavan? I kind of think I have to. I would kind of prefer to like weld back the Engineer or something, but or weld back the engine. So here they're gonna chump my engine and take 3, I think. Is an Engineer able to get back engine but using your vial? It is, but I don't think I can take that much damage against like the channeler in play. And like I'd be at 6 here, and I'd be dead to. I guess I'm dead to Shrapnel Blast no matter what. I'm dead to Bolt if I make that block though. Maybe Impact Trimmers. You can deal 1 damage on your end step every turn. Seems pretty good. Dead to land? No, I'm not dead to land. I go to 1. You're dead to land if I don't make that block. So I think we win, right? Because even if they have 1 removal spell, we just have Mutt's getting in. Don't think anything else matters. Yeah, Athena and Lucy. Their hand is Giganta Mystery card, so even against the burn spell, we win. Awesome. Okay, starting off 2-0 again. Hopefully this league goes a bit better. I don't actually hate it. For the first time, I don't hate it. Is this an Urza Saga deck? The Captain deck? I don't know. I haven't got that far with it. Sarah Ascendant? Yeah, I just think the Mardu Sarah Ascendant plan is just not very strong. Like this, people have been trying it for a while, and it always looks like just very weak to me. What will Mishra Saga do? Well, if Mishra is like the disappointing brother to Urza, just like still successful, but always compared to Urza all the time. I don't really know the lore. It would be like Urza Saga, but just slightly worse, I guess. Could go for a Dragon Engine here. It's kind of early, but I think I'm into it. Codemaster, 6 months, thank you. Nice, did a good job. Thank you. I like this deck a lot. We dodged the Arcades matchup this time, thankfully. Ooh. So probably playing a Breach, right? Ignoring the wary impact trimmers. Yeah, I think we're a little lost. Lost in the heat of it all. Yeah, I might end up wanting to get a Scrapwork Mutt so I can use Goblin Engineer here instead of a Parhelion, so I'm going to wait. Archfiend's Vessel? Okay, there. That one's good. Great suggestion. I don't know if this is good enough. This is definitely progress in the deck. Like, you could even maybe jam the full 4. And then let me get Hope of Giaperm. Hope of Gia, I don't know. I don't usually like this card. I usually despise this card, but it does seem like it's an okay choice. Like, you would at least sideboard a copy. Unearth, yeah. Is this the backup deck? No, this is just the brew. I've been working on it for a while. And like, this is why I like to bring up these kind of, when I get stuck like this one, I like to bring them up on stream because like chat will have good ideas sometimes that I can steal. But yeah, I agree. Unearth makes sense in our Ranger Captain this deck. Yawgmoth? I don't know if Yawgmoth makes a lot of sense. Maybe it does. Asmo? Does this get back Asmo? No, it's only mana value 1. You can still play Asmo though. Don't think you want Armor Grave. Probably a little dopey. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Black Figure of Destiny. Not a terrible card though. I think I should get a Mutt, right? Like, I just can draw so many cards. Yeah, I mean, the idea behind not playing Proclamation of Rebirth is that Abiding Grace is, in theory, like a much better version of Proclamation of Rebirth. Or, like, that's like kind of the idea behind playing it, at least for me. Yeah, you can play Supplier. I think you have like 2. I don't think you have enough cards that are good to mill over. And again, the issue is like these decks are still just very weak too. Am I supposed to engineer back Dragon Engine, sacking the Vial? Probably. It looks like they're like just like the fair, like the burnt taco, like Teamer Goyf list. Sack Mutt. I don't have enough mana to Unearth Mutt and Sack Mutt. Could do it next turn, but I can also like just do this again next turn too. Why not play land before putting in Spyro? So I guess I could have done that. I was thinking that I wouldn't like just have the other card in hand. So if I drew a land off the Seasoned Pyromancer or Draw Step, it was kind of the same. Without having to discard a card I wanted to play instead and could be more mana efficient, but maybe just playing the land was better. Maybe it was a little bit fancy play syndrome. Pretty good chance I just want to weld the Dragon Engine into a Mutt end of turn. Yeah, maybe Ravenous Squirrel. You'd have to be in on like the sacrifice synergies for Squirrel to be like a real option, but again, there's also like there's not a deck here. There's like not really a deck, so I'm down to just like slide this over here for like future drafts. Cat Oven Squirrel. Yeah, Squirrel doesn't play that well with Abiding Grace. But you could be that kind of deck. New Ashnod. I don't like that card too much. Could be better than I think. I have to reread it. Yeah, I'd have Lucky Witness over as like one of the options. I think it makes more sense if we go more into sack outlet stuff. But it's also like when you go into the sack outlet stuff, you're just returning one of these things a turn. It's really not that good. Cabal Therapist. Yeah, Cabal Therapist is maybe an option. Maybe not. I mean, like, it's an option. It's not that good of one. I'm getting a little flooded here. This kills Renin 6. Yeah, of course Fran would be in here cursing me with the Mana Flood. Alright, there's a Greasefang. I did choose this whole match to like never put a Parhelion in the yard, but that's okay. I like this engine a lot. Smallpox deck? I don't think... one mana creatures and Smallpox are almost never good together, but like especially Esper Sentinel. But I see where you're going with it. I don't hate it. Rug Delver? I mean, they're not playing Delver, but like, yeah, they're like Rug mid-range. Braids? Old Braids? Yeah, Old Braids would make you better against big mana combo. It's still 4 mana though. Force of Virtue. You need to play Squadron Hawk for Force of Virtue, but I'm always down for Squadron Hawk Force of Virtue, to be honest. Can we just sort by 1 mana creatures after the league? No. I'll mess with it upstream, if at all. This one has like so many options, and I've been stuck on it for a while. I will just go ahead and put the Cabal Therapist though, and Ashnod just in the draft folder over here. I guess Braids just happens to be here. Yeah, in spots like this, I just kind of like to drag like one copy of cards I'm interested in, and save it for later. Okay. Let's send both Spyros here and then this at them. I think I just let this die so I don't have to kill my own Greasefang potentially. I could have also, maybe I was supposed to like Mutt first here. But I think what I'll do instead is I'll just go cast Greasefang, play Blood Crypt tapped, and then main phase Weld for a... So I could get Sentinel. I think I'll just go Mutt. Just give myself the most looks at a Parhelion as possible, and then I'll just weld the engine back. Probably. Because I did double bolt, but then they have 2 cards, drawing up to 3. Yeah, we already have Archfiend's Vessel. Someone suggested it earlier. It was a good suggestion. I had Archfiend's Vessel in a, what do you call the card? The Diabolic Intent deck not that long ago. Yeah, Shambling Gas is okay, but I think you get like a little lost in the sauce when you start like when your plan is like I'm just gonna return like a really dopey 1/1 like a Ghast and like sack it for value once on the instep. I think that's too weak. But like making a 5/5, at least drawing a card every single turn, fogging every single turn, haywire mighting every turn. Those things seem like much more reasonable to me. Yeah, you can play Giver. I mean, I thought I had Giver somewhere over here. Maybe not. The White Cocoa? I mean, it doesn't hit your Abiding Grace, but it does hit Ranger Captain. It doesn't hit Captain of Eos. How are you sacking things? Well, you can sack things if you play Vizier or Carrion Feeder. But you don't have to. You can also play Intent. You don't have to. So Reward Torch Crew would be playable. If it combos with something, probably. Alright, see if they have an answer for my Next Greasefang. If they kill both Greasefang, if they kill my Greasefang here, then I probably can't Dragon Engine, right? They didn't equip Shadow Spear. So they I think I'm still supposed to go for it. Still no Parhelion. "36 cards deep, no Parhelion." Could have engineered for one sooner, though. Could have also drawn another engineer here, though. Still can. It's like, I really don't want to let them connive. But I think I can do this. Discard the Vantage. If I draw Engineer, I can Greasefang. And then I have some outs to still Greasefang after returning the Dragon Engine. Because I could draw Unearth plus Parhelion, or I could draw Red Source plus Engineer. I know I'm not attacking here, but I think that I'm just like have enough outs that it's maybe okay. Maybe that's Copium. Okay, well, dead to a bolt. 40 cards deep, no Parhelion. And then, you know, another big problem here is that if they have like a main deck Soul Guide Lantern, we get kind of got dead to Pirate Spellbomb. I think this Pirate Spellbomb's gone. I could be wrong. I thought we saw it. I don't see it in the yard. No, that was the last game. Aether Spellbomb. Another difficult card to beat. I lost my Spellskite. I can potentially welder back Spellskite though. But if they attack me for 7, I can't activate the Spellskite. But I can maybe just Alpha Strike also. They're gonna go to 17. I have how much damage? This is 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. But they have the Aether Spellbomb. So I would need to... Okay. Okay. It takes so long to bolt me. Anticlimactic. Their graveyard hit's going to be needleable. Don't usually like Alpine Moon too much against Saga decks that are playing Rin and 6. I could play 1. It's okay. It's okay. It's not bad. Aether Vial. Aether Mutt. That seems fine. I didn't see the latest Shuffle Up and Play with Patrick Sullivan and Cedric. I saw that it was out. Kind of made a note to watch it. Yeah, Parhelion would have been nice to have in her deck that game. Okay, pretty solid hand. Can put back a land, can put back a Forge-Tender, can put back the Needle. I think I'll put back the Needle. I'm not sure if they're on Hearse or if they're on like Soul Guide Lantern instead. So I kind of would like to be able to see what it is they're on before having to put out the Needle. Alternatively, though, we could have sacked the Needle to like get back Engineer or try Dragon Engine with Engineer. Kind of like just playing the Forge-Tender this turn. I think it does core list. I think it does. So they mana leak my Engineer. I get to Unearth. Drawing a Mutt. I'm probably just going to get an Engine. Especially with the Forge-Tender to protect the Engineer. This is, like, I think, pretty easily the best Phyrexian Dragon engine I've played so far. Yeah, let this trigger resolve. I'm going to Forge-Tender the Heat, though. Yeah, I just been like looking for like a good package. I know we played like the Trash or Treasure deck, which is like engine was okay there. I ended up like not usually getting the engine though in that deck. I felt because like the curve was kind of high, but like and then also like without Unearth, the engine was worse in the deck, and so like I was looking for a show that wanted Unearth and engine, and just Greasefang was just I think really the right answer. Okay, so they can kill my Sentinel, but I'll still have the Engineer. They are going to get to Saga. Let's see what we draw. Yeah, I think we'll just go Mutt, or we'll just go Vial, Mutt, and sack the Mutt. I think I like kind of like having the Vial in play here, even if it means I can't do anything else with my mana this turn. And then we want to respond with the Mutt trigger on the stack. Which is the first time I've ever done this play. Kind of a neat little line. Affinity for equipment. 5 damage to target creature, planeswalker, loses indestructible. I mean, the only deck that could ever probably play this, I guess, like the Boros Stoneblade deck, I don't think would be that interested even. I mean, that's the problem with like removal spells like this in Modern. It's like, oh, if you do some work, this can be a 1-mana removal spell for like most things in Modern. But Modern is just like, you know, a format with Prismatic Ending and Unholy Heat and Leyline of whatever that card's called, and just usually not the best option. Okay, let's attack the Written 6 with the engine. I guess I should have unearthed my Mutt first, huh? I don't let them connive. I think I'm supposed to get cast the Vial. Leyline Binding, yeah. Red answer for College is interesting. It's not really that interesting. College is like not that relevant of a card. Like the red answer for Cauldron is Lightning Bolt. You just Lightning Bolt the Stoneforge. Really want to find a Parhelion this turn, since the Saga can find hate next turn. Yeah, they're a Teamer Saga. Ooh, they had to Besage you and they let it go. That's not good news for me. Could be good news, I guess. But usually, like, just like something is only good news if your opponent made a mistake is not actually good news. I mean, I'm going to cast this. I'm going to fetch Shock and let them connive. But if I find another Engineer, I get to Vial it in and go for it here. Seems worth it to me. Yeah, I think they're just playing the fair version. Discards Haywire Might. That's also not that good for me, huh? Oh, now the Channelers have Delirium too. Well, I think I attack with the Greasefang, and that's kind of weird, but I think it's also where we're at. Of the fair version didn't play Saga. I don't think I've seen like a fair teamer deck that doesn't play Saga. This deck was kind of like a flash in the pan a few weeks ago. Has some staying power. Likely to lose this game. The game 1 was pretty unfortunate. I I know. Like, any Parhelion ever. Oh, they got Shadow Spear. Am I dead? Might be dead. I didn't feel like I was dead. At 14? Seven plus 5. I'm probably not untapping another turns. Like 1 extra damage could be relevant. This puts him to 14. Block here, take 8 from the other tokens. Down to 6. Block here, block here. I'm trying to think if I ever unearth Seasoned Pyromancer here. Can't beat a bolt. 9, 12. Yeah, I think I just go to 2. No, I'm not. I'm like just like not beating bolt anyways. All right, that's how I unearth Seasoned Pyromancer. Do their F6. I don't know if this is enough damage because they get to block the Parhelion, take 8 down to 6. Block here, block here. I think it's still not enough. I mean, I can attack with a Mutt. Okay, so I go... Oh, so close. Unearth Mutt. So now I get to Parhelion. Oh, man, I'm 1 mana short of channeling this. Alright, so they block my Dragon Engine, and they block my Parhelion. And then they take 8 plus 4, 12, 13, 14. Dude, not blocking. Yes! I'm pretty sure, I mean, they could have something, but I think that not blocking with that elemental token just won me the game. Obviously, if they have removal spell, they have removal spell. Oh, they have Ancient Grudge. Fuck, I missed that. They just discarded a Grudge. No. There's nothing I can do about it. No, I only have 1 legendary creature in play. Yeah, they just discarded the Grudge. Fuck. Yeah, I guess I can't after this as a creature. Yeah, they responded to the crew. Pretty heads up. I don't know if it's enough. It wouldn't be enough damage anyways, right? Don't have the Spellskite in the yard, but I would be down to damage anyways. So I can crew this, but then I go -2 damage for +2 damage anyways. Should we have Needle Drum? You can't Needle Drum. But tapping the Engineer makes us have not enough damage anyways. I can't Violent Sentinel either. I don't know. It's okay, very close game. Very close game. Yeah, our games have been really good today. This deck's been a lot of fun. Definitely putting up a good fight too. Steam Vents. Channeler. I wonder what they're playing. Alright, pretty good draw. Oh, I guess I have the Engineer anyways. I suppose I could get Engine instead. Or Mutt. We'll see. What if they had the Grudge the whole time or top deck? Yeah, we may never know. Could go for Greasefang next turn. Maybe they tap out because they think I'm mono black zombies. I found the matchups against the interactive decks have been really fun today. Like against the Grixis Shadow and Murktide and Breach and Saga and Band Control and even Burn. Like I think these have been really, really like fun puzzles to solve. Some of the best gameplay we've had in a while. Is Mono Black Zombies a thing? No, nobody would ever play it either. Especially no mods in this chat. Yeah, Mud is great. We're just going to play Ranger Captain to stop interaction with their combo. And we already have 9 3-mana creatures already. It's kind of hard to just play another one. And also, like, just tutoring. I mean, it has okay tutor targets, I guess, but... Yeah, we also have Giver of Runes to, you know, stop interaction for our combo. It's not like we'd have nothing that does that. But I think that's too many 3-drops. I think I like Seasoned Pyromancer because it's a discard outlet more than Ranger Captain. It's also that gives you maybe a better plan B. Yeah, simply a big part of this deck's strategy is pretending like you're playing mono black zombies for the first couple turns. Rob, thank you for 6 months. Welcome back. Yeah, I've been enjoying the Soul stream. I think I'll do some more like right after the Magic again. Esther brought me some coffee. I had some breakfast, but I may be doing some like after I'd like just like take a lunch and take a break on days where I'm more fatigued and then come back. I think that may be the new structure we'll see. Vial Inspire, discard 2 Parhelions next turn. Sing the name of the next card. Alright, alright. Again, I mentioned this earlier, but like I got a lot of my confidence for Dark Souls in practice yesterday. I beat Ornstein 7 times in a row. I beat 4 Kings 3 times in a row. I beat Gwyn 3 times in a row. With Ornstein, so I did have really good RNG though. For four of the fights, and a +2 halberd. But I could definitely feel myself playing a lot better because there was no pressure and because I was well rested, which doesn't exactly solve all the problems we have, but it gives me at least confidence that I can do it, and I feel like the confidence is, you know, a very important part of the game. I might draw a Spellskite, so I'll go ahead and vial this in first. I don't know. I might do a subathon. It would be for money. Shameless cash grab, but I'd be open to it. I'd be open to free money. Gosling, 18 months, thank you. Alright, so this has been how I've been sideboarding against Murktide, so I'm just going to run it back and then get some water real quick. Be right back. Look, I think Gosling for the 18. Oh, a Parhelion. Forgot we had some of those in here. Okay, keep this one. Put back a Mutt. Monkey, monkey, monkey. Everyone's favorite modern card. Should have put back a Parhelion, apparently. Alright, giving me that card, though. Ooh, the combo. Sick. We got Blood Moon by a Murktide player earlier, so assuming Ragavan doesn't exile my swamp, I'll be fetching one here. No! Ragavan! No! Fuck. Ugh. No. No. Certified Doomwake moment. But it says this is probably useful. No modern player knows Parhelion. No modern player knows Parhelion. This is the second time I'm telling my opponent the name of the card. Yeah, I should have said so long as Ragavan doesn't exile my Needle. There's the swamp. Okay, well. Opponent is on a one-lander. Be a good spot for Portable Hole. Just to tell them, they'll find it out. This is the opposite of yesterday when I needled Nicol Bolas instead of Nicol Bolas Planeswalker. My opponent goes, wrong card name, +4. Put a Ragavan in the yard there. Not too bad. I guess I'm discarding Greasefang. I have no answers to the Needle, because they don't usually play Needle. They can steal it. But you know, you can just dopey beat down them out. It's okay, Greasefang value engine. Why discarding why? What? So they're holding up Counterspell, which is kind of fun. They'll Counterspell one Engineer, but then we'll have another. Greasefang is 4/3. I mean, they're gonna. It's pretty weak against their removal spells. I'd kind of rather go wide than big here. It also gives me a token now instead of not a token now. Is it dopey to play another good vehicle like Sky Sovereign? I have a Sky Sovereign on the board for Karn matchups. I don't know that I would even say that Sky Sovereign is a good vehicle, though. It's a good draw, so if they counter my Seasoned Pyromancer, I get a card, so they'll probably just counter the Sentinel. For Spying Mike, 21 months, and thank you. Now I just have another Spyro in the hand, too. Wow, they... Oh, sorry, I thought they had just declined to pay. They kept a card on top. I'm mostly scared of Murktide here. I kind of can't beat a Murktide at this point. Probably okay to play this, I guess. It's good if I like draw a Forge-Tender off like my Unearthed engine next turn and like protect from a bolt. Probably win this game really easily if my opponent just doesn't flip the Needle off the Ragavan. Healthy Grains, click tier 1, appreciate you. They flip any other card. Again, don't think I can beat a Murktide this turn. If I dodge it for this turn, though, we can. Explosives on 0. That's fine. They might even just be dead to the engine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, not quite. I have 3 Forge Tenders in the deck. It'd be really nice to find one and not be dead to a bolt. Are they going to counterspell? They might be dead if they counterspell to the Mutt. Hold on, this is 7, 8. No, they go to 1, I guess. Dress down. Okay, we'll get to draw a card, though. Only 1, I guess. I think I can still haste attack with the Mutt if I unearth it here. Dead to a bolt. It's not a bolt. Oh, they can't kill. I win. They can't make any red mana this turn. Awesome. Cool. Let's get a 4-1 prediction going. The matchups against the interactive decks with Greasefang today have been really fun. Okay, there's a league prediction going. With the Grain Skill Tier 1. I think these matchups against the fair decks have been really fun gameplay. Pretty classic hand. Let's go ahead and keep this. Yeah, winning the game against Saga was so nice. So close. Yeah, there was already a league prediction active here. Is this Murktide again? It's Murktide every single matchup. Welcome to Modern. I kind of want to get a Smut here. So I have outs to find my third land drop, and I can use this as my discard outlet for the Parhelion in hand. And if I find my land drop, I can just maybe cast Seasoned Pyromancer. We've been beating up on Murktide today. It can be kind of an obnoxious matchup to play against over and over again. I haven't found the third land yet. Yeah, Smut is the nickname for this card now. The official nickname. So next turn I can go like Sentinel into Unearth Engineer if I don't draw a land. Cast Monkey. I think we get a Dragon Engine. Could get another Mutt and we get Dragon Engine. Yeah, Green Food. I mean, there's a lot of decks that are really good against Murktide. Food is definitely an example. Kind of weird that they wouldn't counter. It seemed like they had counterspell up, but like, why wouldn't you counter Sentinel? You have to like give me a card if you don't. I think I'm actually blocking with the Engineer. I know I couldn't like reanimate the engine, but I have so many cards in my hand. I don't think I'm really even that interested in that. I'm gonna cast Greasefang first. They didn't seem like they had any red removal over the last like last turn. They would have cast one end of turn. They probably have a counter spell, but I'm okay like maybe getting counter spell out of their hand this turn. Okay, so maybe they just drew removal. And maybe not. I literally don't know what their hand could be, though. That's always Brazen Borrower. It's always when you don't know what your Murktide opponent can have because they're like they're just not doing anything. It's always Borrower, I guess. We're like, it's so bad. So funny. It's, you know, it's whatever. It's just like worse than it like any counter spell, any removal spell here. Just that easy, huh? Been farming Murktide today. We even won that game where they like Ragavan by Needle named Parhelion. That was so crazy. Although their hand was pretty bad there, I guess. To be fair. But I think are we 2-0 against Murktide today? We also beat Grixis Shadow. I beat Murktide last night in my testing beat Scam. We've been losing to like kind of random decks like Temur Saga, Gab's Bant deck, else to burn. But I think like it's a really glowing review for a deck like this that if you're like just consistently beating Murktide decks, beating Ragavan decks, just full of cheap removal spells, it's a really important for this kind of strategy. Yeah, I'm bringing a Needle to name Unlicensed Hearse. Is my answer to Unlicensed Hearse. Nobody did some Dark Souls today, lose. It's a really good time of the year to do Dark Souls 2 because like we're like right on the cusp of a new set. I'm gonna keep this. So we have a turn 1 Aether Vial, probably. Yeah, Needle for Borrower. Needle Ragavan. Yeah, you give Needle to Ragavan. If it happens again, I'm gonna just concede. Just kidding. I mean, I won't because we won last time, I guess. New Thrawn? Oh yeah, if someone wants to link the New Thrawn, I'll take a look. Is there a magic stream going on right now? Okay, that would explain that. There's always like a pretty big dip in viewers when there's a magic stream going on. So I'm like, is it me? Is it a magic stream? I'm always wondering. Alright, New Thrawn. 5 mana. Spell cannot be countered. Trample. Cannot be the target of non-green spells your opponents control or abilities from non-green... Why isn't it spells or abilities? Why didn't you just lump that together? As long as it's just turn indestructible. Can't be the target of non-green spells your opponents control or abilities from non-green sources your opponent control. Yeah, why doesn't this say the target of non-green spells or abilities your opponents control? I don't know if I'm missing something. To be precise. Or like, yeah, Hexproof from non-green sources. Abilities don't have colors. Ah, I see. Yeah, I guess that makes sense for it to be some kind of like relatively obscure rule thing. Oh, but you can always Supreme Verdict though, because it's only indestructible on your turn. It's kind of sad. Don't love that I don't have any black mana. Gonna jam this though. Just T, 8 months, thank you. I guess they're tanking on Dress Down or this. I can't really think of any other reason. I think I'm attacking with the Mutt. Yeah, I've seen the white Phyrexian Vindicator, the white Obliterator. That card's awesome. I think it's probably my pick for like my favorite card of the set so far. Like as far as like design goes. I don't think it will have big implications in Modern. I think that the card could be, if there's ever a deck that can play a white card, so like maybe the Heliod deck, with that we've been playing, you could side it in against like Murktide and Hammer Time and it'd be okay. Kind of weak to Borrower. But like as far as like design goes, I think it's pretty easily my favorite so far. Lucy, come here, Lucy. Come here. So let's stick this up to 3. And then I guess I'm gonna go cast Forge-Tender. I don't think I'm gonna cast my Sentinel, since I let them double connive. Sentinel wouldn't be bad here though. So I can deal myself 3 damage to Unearth a Mutt. I think I'm okay just passing here. I mean, Unearthing Mutt, I could draw Greasefang and just get him too. Ah, damn it, they have Hearse. We have needles in the deck, but no needles in the hand. A green, red, and blue Obliterator look like? I don't know. I don't really think it should be a cycle, probably, but also I don't know. Yeah, the card I'm most excited for in Modern is the Dragon. I think the 6-mana Dragon is like actually ridiculous. Oh, they're tapping now, which is means I could theoretically Greasefang if I draw perfectly or draw well. The Dragon, the cast spell from the yard. I think that card is ridiculous. Yikes. Okay. Can also draw the Needle, I guess. I think I'll try to draw Parhelion if possible. No such luck. Let's go to game 3. I think we were just not able to race here, actually. Get 2 in the play for game 3. Yeah, I think the new Tyvar is really good. I actually don't remember what Kaito does. I don't know if it's been officially spoiled. So, like, my favorite cards are the new Dragon, Nihiri, and Tyvar. And there's like a few more cards that are like a bit more fringe, but I think all those cards are really big. I might be overrating Nihiri, but I think Nihiri has a lot of potential. I also love Nihiri. I think Nihiri fits like really well in the Boros Stoneblade deck I like to play. I think it has. I wrote a little bit of an article talking about it recently. Put that back since I could just engineer. I'll just use engineer for it. Tyvar I think has a lot of potential with Devoted Druid and Elves. I think I put like a little bit of a hybrid of those two decks together on Channel Fireball as like a little bit of a draft. But this card is like by far the best. Capricious Hellraiser. But if it have 9 or more cards in your graveyard, it costs only 3 mana, which is pretty doable. And your fetch land, consider Thought Scour format. When it enters the battlefield, you exile 3 cards at random from your graveyard. Choose a non-creature, non-land card from among them, copy it, and cast a copy without paying the mana cost. You don't even have if you just get to cast anything, the card is going to be very strong. I think, even if it's just like a cantrip. A really big fan. Does Tyvar and Magus of the Bazaar do anything for me? Isn't Magus like 1,000,000 mana or like a lot of mana? Yeah, this is like definitely designed for Modern. Phoenix deck. We are gonna play this. You are gonna be so sick of me registering this card. You are gonna be so sick of this card. We are gonna play it in so many shells. You are going to be begging me to play anything else. Okay, Black Source, Black Source, Black Source. Dang. That's gonna end up being, but Spike just played Murktide card. I don't really even put my I really don't say this very often. Like, I feel very, very strongly this is going to be a big Modern card. I am not usually so... Not that that's even, like, anything too crazy. I guess we get a Mutt, actually. Yeah, we get a Mutt. I feel pretty strongly about this card. I think this card is ridiculous. Well, that's not great. I mean, I always read the article for Channel Fireball. I don't know if it's been published. I submitted it on Sunday. I like the top decks here. It's also really nice they don't have Delirium. If you played the land first, you could have responded to the dress down by engineering Mutt into play. That's true. They're targeting Engineer. I mean, yeah, I'm supposed to Spellskite this, because if they kill the Spellskite again, then I can engineer the Spellskite back into play. Yeah, we will be brewing so much with that dragon. It's crazy. Yeah, I guess if they cast an instant in response to this, then they have it. But I can still just Spellskite here. Yeah, I mean, as far as Rot Priest grows, like, I've had the same idea that everybody else has, pair it with Ground Rift, but like, I think it has some potential, just not a ton, to be honest. All right, need a Seasoned Pyromancer probably. Another engineer would be okay. Could go for Dragon Engine. They have a Murktide. Four cards in their hand. Probably Counterspell plus pay for Sentinel. Got some good top decks. I think that unfortunately for us, they are very likely to just counter and pay for Sentinel here. They've already used the Dress Down. I don't think I want to fetch Shock to play the Mutt. Just gonna pass. If only Greasefang was an artifact you could weld back into play. People are not affecting how often you can get 2 in play with Pact or have Spellskite for Storm 5. Maybe. I mean, it's also like Modern is just a format full of efficient creature removal is I think the issue most people have with it. They have 7 points of flying power in the air, so I don't think we need to really do too much here. If we draw a Greasefang, we can... Oh, fuck! No! I ticked up to 4. I thought I was ticking up the other one. So now I can't Violent Greasefang and get around Counterspell. That's such a big pond. Damn it, I'm sorry, chat. I guess we fizzle anyways. We're not able to find any more cards here. We could have gone sack Mutt, get back. Sack this, get back this. Sack Dragon Engine, get back Spellskite. Sack Spellskite, get back Dragon Engine, but then we're dead to removal spell. Bummer. Can't beat Murktide every time, I guess. I think it was a good showing for the deck, though. Not like a crazy record, but like the matches were really like grindy and long and put up some good fights, and I like the deck. I liked it. Could build it a few different ways. Someone suggested, I think it was Panda. I think Panda suggested playing Ephemerate Solitude over Aether Vial and probably Sentinel. I don't think you should cut Giver. They suggested cutting Giver. I think you'll cut Sentinel instead. That could be a direction to go. The Murktide matchup didn't feel that bad, though, so I'm not sure that that's absolutely necessary. I don't think you did anything BM. I don't think so either, Bird. I'm not sure what... I don't think people are I don't think people are saying anything, no. Oh, someone did say... I don't think you did anything wrong. Okay, that's good 4 hours of Magic stream with a, pretty fresh list, so not too... Yeah, we're gonna pause the Magic stream for today. I think we're gonna go start a new Dark Souls run.